Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to JC Sports Replays. My name is Joe, and we are here with 1986 Strat-O-Matic Super Advanced Cards and Dice Baseball. It is April 9th, 1986, and the California Angels will be visiting the Seattle Mariners in the Kingdome before a crowd of 12,199. Gene Malk sends out John Candelaria to do the job tonight. Take a look at Candelaria. A 10-2 record in 86, 2.55 ERA in 16 starts, 68 hits in 92 innings, 26 walks and 81 strikeouts, just 4 homers allowed in 16 starts. So Candelaria, very good in about half a season of play. He will face off against Seattle's Mark Langston. Langston 12-14, a 4.85 ERA in 36 starts, 234 hits in 239 innings, 123 walks, though there's the problem, and 245 strikeouts. He also allowed 30 home runs. So let's get chat up here so we can see what's going on. Make sure we can talk to you fine people if you wish to do so. Got a little bit of an angle here, so let me just see if I can fix that without losing perspective. Nope, that's worse. Do that. That's better. Come back this way. There we go. That's pretty good. All right, we're all straightened up now. We've got some relaxing warm tea tonight of the English breakfast variety, which I like to drink in the evening. What can I tell you? So the Angels are 1-0. And Malk sounds out his lineup like this. At second base, batting leadoff, it's Bobby Grich. First baseman Wally Joyner bats second. Third baseman Doug DeCense bats third. The designated hitter Brian Downing bats cleanup. It's George Hendrick in right batting fifth. Darrell Miller in left batting sixth. The shortstop Rick Burleson bats seventh. Bob Boone, the catcher, bats eighth. And Gary Pettis will be playing center field and batting ninth. I just want to take a look at the hold. Langston is a -2, and he's working with Yeager, who's a 0, so it'll be -4, -6 on the holds for them. The Angels will send out, the Mariners send out their lineup like this, according to Chuck Cottier. Second baseman Danny Tartabull leads off. In left field, it's Phil Radley batting second. The right fielder, Ivan Calderon, bats third. Designated hitter Gorman Thomas bats fourth. Jim Presley plays third and bats fifth. In center field, it's Dave Henderson batting sixth. John Moses will sub in for Barry Bonnell, who's not carded, and play first base, batting seventh. Steve Yeager, the catcher, bats eighth, and Spike Owen brings up the ninth spot at shortstop. We'll take a look at Candelaria. His hold is a 0, and he'll be dealing with Bob Boone as his catcher, so we already did that one. It's a -5, -7. It's a dome game here, and it's a 7-7 on the singles here at night, and a 19-19 on homers. So without further ado, Langston has finished his warm-ups. We'll take a sip of tea and get ready to broadcast this fine game here between the Angels and the Mariners. So Langston throws left. Grich is a right-hander on the mound. How about a 1-3 against the lefty? Grounded down to second. Tartabull is there, and he makes the play to retire Grich for the first out of the inning. Left-hander Wally Joyner coming up against Langston. The pitch, it's a 5-11. Another grounder to second. Tartabull makes the play again. Routine, 2 down. Now it's Doug DeCense, the third baseman, batting right. 2 down here, and DeCense waits. It's a 4-6. And Langston strikes him out for the 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing in the first for the Angels. Seattle coming to bat. So here's Candelaria. He'll throw left as well, and Tartabull will lead things off. Here's Danny waiting for the pitch. It's a 6-4. He's batting right. That's a fly ball, center field X. Pettis has a 1E6. How about a 10-14? That's an F2, nothing. So Pettis makes the play, and Tartable is retired for the first out. Phil Bradley coming up. Left fielder batting right against Candelaria. Candelaria with the windup and the pitch, a 4-7. Strikes out Bradley for his first strikeout of the game. 2 down. And here's Calderon. Candelaria from the windup. Calderon waits. It's a 2-4. Ballpark single. A 1-7 is necessary. That's a jumper, doesn't count. 13 from the right-handed Calderon. That's a line drive, but right at Burleson at short. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Seattle. Neither team gets a runner. We'll go to the second, scoreless. Langston, by the way, has a fatigue rating of 6. Candelaria just a 5. So here's Brian Downing, designated hitter today. Langston with the pitch, a 6-7, a double 1-3, single 4-20. Downing hits it out toward the gap. It gets down, but it's cut off by Phil Bradley. So Downing's on with a leadoff single. He's a 13 minus 4 would be a 9, so he's not going to try to get a lead. They are holding him. And here's George Hendrick. Langston with the pitch, a 4-4, grounded to short. Owen is a 3E23, and is he responsible for holding the runner? No. Pick up the dice, Joe. There you go. 3E23, it's a 6-15. So that's a G3, and nothing doing. So G3 is going to be what? I believe runner advance. So Owen fires to first to retire Hendrick. Downing was moving on the chopper and is safe at second. So Downing in scoring position with 1 out now, and it's going to be Darrell Miller. Langston with the pitch, a 3-7. Fly ball to center. Back on it is Henderson, and he's there. 2 down. Hope you guys had a good Monday. I had a busy day at work, a long day. Got to the gym this morning at 5, and here I am at almost 7 o'clock at night playing Strat-O-Matic live on YouTube. Here's Burleson. 2 down, Browning at second. Oh, we need the 20. Langston delivers. That is a 6-6 to the right-hander and a base on balls. Burleson takes the walk and goes down to the empty first base. And now first and second, nobody out for Bob Boone. First and second, 2 outs for Bob Boone. Boone, the right-hander, it's a 4-8. Strikes him out. So big strikeout for Langston. He gets out of trouble. 2 are left for the Angels. The Mariners coming up. We still have no score. It's going to be Thomas, Presley, and Henderson. Corbin Thomas, the longtime Brewer, now playing here in Seattle in the twilight of his career. We'll lead things off. Here's the pitch to Thomas. It's a 6-6. He's batting right. Strikes out Thomas, his second of the day for Candelaria. There's 1 away here in the second. Third baseman Jim Presley comes up. Candelaria with the pitch. It's a 4-6. Right-handed double 1-5 single. Again, out toward left center. This one's going to get in the gap, and Presley rounds first. He's headed for second. Here comes the throw. It's offline, and Presley is in, sliding. He didn't need to, probably, but play was in front of him. The throw was hard to tell where it was going. So Presley on second with 1 down, and here's Dave Henderson. Henderson, a good hitter. It'll be a 6-7. Pops it up on the infield. Rick Burleson calls everyone off to make the second out of the inning. Henderson retired. And that'll bring up John Moses, a switch hitter batting right. Moses filling in for the uncarded Barry Bonnell. About a 4-9. Batting right. Single 1 or a line out to third. So this one's hit hard toward DeSensei, and it's in the glove for the third out of the inning. Presley is stranded, 1 left. We'll go to the third, no score. I remember Langston. On the Angels, I believe. Memory can be faulty, though. Well, it's going to be Pettis, followed by Gritch and Joyner. Pettis might as well be a leadoff man. He waits for the pitch from Langston. It's a 5-4 against the lead. Pettis batting right here. It's a third base X to Presley, a 2E16. How about a 3-11? That's going to be a G3. Where did it go? Third base. Presley's a 16. 11 on a 16 to third. Nothing doing. Presley nabs it and fires across the diamond to retire Pettis just in the nick of time. That's one down here in the third. Rich comes back to the plate. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Grounded out his first time up. How about a 111? Ground ball toward Danny Tartable. He will be there and retires Gritch for the second time today. 2 outs. Here's Joyner. Top of the third, no score. No one on for Joyner. Langston with the pitch, a 3-5. Fly ball out toward right. Calderon has room and makes the play. So 1-2-3 for Langston. Mariners coming up in the bottom of the third. It's going to be Yeager, Owen, and Tartable. Here's Yeager, the catcher. Bats right. A 5-9. Strikes him out. His third strikeout of the day. Candelaria pitching well. Here's Owen. Spike is a good shortstop. An occasional hitter. Now that's going to count. That was a 2. That's a 2-9. Against the left-hander, he strikes out Owen, so he's got 4 on the day now, does Candelaria, and Tartable will come up with nobody on and 2 out. Right, so here's Tartable. A 1-5. He strikes out the side, does Candelaria. A 1-2-3. You never know if it's on 9 pitches when you're playing Strat. That's one of the things we can't determine unless we're imagining it. But it's pretty unlikely. So through 3 innings, we have no score. Langston will come out and face 3-4-5 for California. DeSense's, Downing, and Hendrick. So Langston is ready. DeSense waits. He struck out his first time up. This time it's a 6-8 against the right-hander. Ground ball, second base X. Alexa decided to talk to us. Tartable is a 4E53. How about a 6-9? That's going to be a single. And where's my 53 on second base? And no error. So it's past Tartable into the outfield for a base hit. DeSense is on with a leadoff base hit here in the 4th. He's at 13 minus 4-9. He's not going anywhere. That'll bring up Brian Downing. Downing has singled his first time up, 1 for 1. And that's going to be a 6-9. Strikes out Downing. Big strikeout right there. And keeps the double play in order. That could end the inning. It'll be Hendrick coming up now. He's grounded out, 0 for 1. Here's Langston, 2-10 against the left-hander. That's a base on balls. DeSense down to second. Hendrick lays off a close one. And now it's first and second with 1 out for Darrell Evans. Evans flew out to center his first time up. Keep these dice rolling. 2-5 against the left. He strikes him out. So 2 strikeouts this inning for Candelaria. 4 on the day. And now there's 2 down with 2 men on. First and second for Burleson. Langston pitches. It's a 6-9 against the righty. Burleson strikes him out. So he strikes out the side around a couple of hits. Actually, a hit and a walk. The Angels leave 2, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. These guys are dueling. Candelaria back out. He will face Bradley, Calderon, and Thomas. Bradley struck out his first time up. How about a 6-8? Fly ball to left. No problem for Miller. And Bradley's retired. Calderon popped out to short his first time up. 0 for 1. How about a 2-8? against the lefty, pops it up on the infield. Joyner calls everyone off and makes the play a little to the left of first base in fair territory. 2 down now, and here's Thomas. Gorman 0 for 1. Gorman had some big power seasons. This one's hit out to center. Not enough power there, and Pettis runs it down. Another 1-2-3 for Candelaria. He's retired 8 in a row. We'll go to the 5th. Nothing but circles up there, folks. It's 0-0. Angels send Boone to the plate to lead things off. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Langston is ready. We had a runner. It's a 1-10 against the left-hander. Popped up. Foul territory down the third base line to Sensei over, and oh no, it's not the Sensei. He's on the bench. It's going to be Presley over to make the catch for the first out of the 5th. Here's Pettis. Pettis 0 for 1. Gary loves to get on base. He's got speed when he does. This dice does not want to stay in the field. There it is, a 2-12 against the left-hander. Line out to third, and Presley is there. So he's made the first 2 outs here. One popped up and one lined right at him. So Gritch comes up 0 for 2 so far today. Nobody on, 2 outs. How about a 4-6 against the right-hander? Strikes him out. So another 1-2-3. These pitchers are going back and forth. We've had a few hits, but for the most part, Candelaria and Langston are shutting things down. Candelaria comes out. He's in his POW inning already, the 5th. And it's Presley. 1 for 1 with a double so far. We've had not to roll the 20-sided too many times tonight. 4-9, that's a single 1 or a line out to third. That's a line drive right at the Sensei, and he retires Presley. First out of the 5th. Here's Henderson. He's 0 for 1. Candelaria from the windup. About a 4-6. This one's hit out toward left center. Double 1 to 5 or a single. It's cut off, and they'll hold Henderson to a single. So Henderson's on. He'll be held, but doesn't have a good chance of stealing. And John Moses, the switch hitter, batting right. Candelaria, it's a 6-8. Fly ball to left. No problem for Miller. He corrals it and gets the throw in. Henderson retreats to first. 2 away. Here's Yeager. 2 down. Henderson on first. No score in this one so far. How about a 2-5 against the left-hander? Strikes him out. Second time Yeager's gone down on strikes. They leave 1. And through 5, no one wants to score. How can you judge their intention, Joe? Maybe they want to score, they just can't. Well, if they wanted to, they could. That's what my teachers used to tell me. I could do anything I wanted to do. Turns out what I want to do is play Strat-O-Matic baseball, among other things. So Langston back on the mound to start the 6th. It's going to be Joyner, DeSensei, and Downing. Joyner's 0 for 2 thus far. How about a 3-8? Grounded down to second. Tartabull will make the play to first. 1 away. They're cruising in this one, folks. It's kind of fun when it happens like this, though. Here's the Sensei. He's 1 for 2. Singled and struck out. How about a 2-6? Well, this one's hit deep to left field. It could be. Going back in it is Bradley. It's gone! Home run 1 to 15. The 4 is good enough, and DeSensei put the Angels on the board and breaks the scoreless tie. 1-0 California now. DeSensei rounds the bases. And here's Downing. Downing 1 for 2. How about a 5-3? Ground back to the pitcher. Langston is a 4. E36. Uh-oh. Uh-oh is right. Oh, maybe not. A 19-8. That's a G1. And 7 is an error, a 9 is an error, and 8 is nothing. So Langston picks it. Tosses to first to retire Downing, the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Hendrick. Hey, old baseball fan. Good evening. How are you? Cleveland baseball fan. Boy, I need glasses. Hope you're having a good Monday. I'm just relaxing, rolling a pitcher's duel here between the Angels and the Mariners. We've got 2 down in the top of the 6th. The sensei is homered, and here's George Hendrick. Hendrick 0 for 1 with a walk so far today. How about a 4-3? Fly ball out toward right. Calderon will have a play. He is a 4-E-24 in the outfield. Yikes. Let's see what that looks like. How about a 5-7? That's going to drop in for a single. And no error, so Calderon's able to get it back in and hold Hendrick to a base hit. So Hendrick on at first, 2 down now. And Darryl Miller comes up. He's 0 for 2. Langston with the pitch. It's a 2-5 against the left-hander. Strikes him out to end the inning. So 1 left, but 1 run is in, and the Angels take a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the 6th now. Candelaria into his second fatigue inning. He only gave up 1 hit in the first, so he's basically fresh at the moment. And here's Owen to lead things off. Spike is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. How about a 4-8 for Owen batting right? And then he lays off and will draw a walk. So Owen down to first. They'll hold him. And here's Tartable looking for the double play. Danny's 0 for 2. Candelaria delivers a 3-12. A line drive, but it's right at the shortstop. Burleson grabs it, fires to first quickly, and Owen is doubled off. That's a double play line drive. And Candelaria reads a sigh of relief. That ball was hit hard, but the sensei made a heck of a play. And now there's 2 down for Phil Bradley. Bradley 0 for 2. Candelaria from the windup. A 6-9 grounded to short. That's going to be Burleson, a 4-E-12. He's ranging over. Will he make the play? That's going to be a 14-7. 14 is going to be a G2. Pardon me, a little sneeze there. And 7 on a 12 for the shortstop. It is nothing, so Burleson scoops it and tosses to first to retire Bradley. So 1-2-3, the non-traditional way, and we'll go to the 7th. The visiting Angels leading 1-0. Looking for their 2nd win on the season. Langston comes out for the 7th. He's allowed just the 1 run on a homer last inning. He will face the bottom of the order, Burleson, Boone, and Pettis. Burleson's 0 for 1 with a walk. There's a 5-7, and another walk for Burleson, a leadoff base on balls. And Langston's annoyed at himself. They'll hold Burleson on. And here's Bob Boone. Boone is actually going to do a hit and run. He's going to be an A hit and runner with the runner held. Oh, yeah, I smacked the camera. Let's see if he can get a good roll here. Well, it's going to be a hit and run chance, but it's an 11. That doesn't sound good. Well, he hits it to the right side. It'll be fielded by the first baseman, Moses, who flips to Langston, covering. Burleson in the scoring position. So Boone gets the job done. Can't get a base hit, but he gets the runner in scoring position. And now it's Gary Pettis. Burleson not held at second. Pettis 0 for 2 so far today. Here's Langston, a 6-9. Pettis batting right. Strikes out Pettis for the 2nd out of the inning. Langston starting to notch the strikeouts here. That's his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's his 8th of the game. And Gritch has 1 of them. He's 0 for 3. How about a 3-4 against the lefty? Single 1 to 14 or a line out to short. So this one's hit toward the shortstop. Oh, and it's past him. And Gritch has himself a 2-out base hit. Oh, wait a minute. There's a runner on. Sorry. Let's see. What was that, 3-4? So Owen gets the glove on it, knocks it down, but he'll have no play. Burleson to third. He has to stop there. It's a single 1 asterisk. So Gritch is on. They won't hold him. They're looking for one out here, and it's Wally Joyner. Also, Langston, one hit or walk away from fatigue, as he is in his first fatigue inning. Second fatigue inning, pardon me. So Joyner 0 for 3 thus far. 4-9 for Wally. That hit well and deep to left. It's home run 1 to 10, double 11 to 20. Back on the ball goes Bradley. Henderson going after it. They're converging. And Henderson makes the catch at the wall. We'll give it the 8. That's fine. Actually, it's a 4-9. No, Henderson doesn't make the catch. I'm sorry, that's going to be off the wall. Henderson's going to end up with a double. A run will score. Burleson's around third. He's home. Gritch is being waved around. There's 2 out, so he's probably going. Well, he's a 1 to 12. He was being, I said not being held. That'd be a 1 to 13. And we determined it was going to be Henderson's arm. -2, so 1 to 11. Gritch is running home, and he scores ahead of the throw. So 2 RBIs for Wally Joyner, and the California Angels lead 3 to nothing. And that'll be it for Langston. Okay, so Langston was pitching well, and suddenly it caught up with him. He just ran out of stamina here in his first start of the season. And let's see who they're going to bring in for Langston. Let's see, you've got, who's coming up? The Sensei, Downing, and Hendrick, all right-handers. Trailing 3-0. Ooh, pardon me, a little tired. I think we're going to go with Carl Best in this situation. Langston goes 6 2/3. He gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 hits, 1 homer. I was going to say 3 runs, but we're not done yet, maybe. 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 6, 3 and 7. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 and 8, actually. 3 walks and 8 strikeouts for Langston. We don't know how many runs he's given up yet because there's still a runner on second with 2 outs here. And the Sensei is coming up to the plate. He homered his last time up. Now he'll face Best, who, by the way, is a 2E0. And let's adjust the hold rating. That's a +4 for Best. So that's actually not good news. Combined with Jaeger 0, that's +2/0 for stolen bases. So Joyner, well, he's only a 6. He's not going to be held at second. He doesn't really have a chance to stay on third. 30% chance is not going to do it, even if he gets a good lead. So here's the Sensei. He's 2 for 3, actually, with a solo homer, a single, and a strikeout. He's got an RBI chance here with Joyner out at second and 2 outs. Best's done with his warm-ups, and here's the first pitch. It's going to be a 5-11. Right-handed, pops it up on the infield. Should be no problem for Presley. He calls everyone off and makes the play. But the Angels pick up 2 more here and lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Enjoy the 7th inning stretch, folks, while I have a sip of tea. Here's Candelaria. The 7th is his last fatigueless inning, no matter what happens. But if he's got a shutout going, I want to leave him in until something else happens. So in the 7th, Candelaria will face Calderon, Thomas, and Presley. They are combined 1 for 6 today. Presley with the only hit. Calderon 0 for 2, a liner and a pop-up on the infield. He waits. It's a 4-4. It's going to be a catcher's card X. So Boone is a 1E3. Very good fielding catcher. Let's see if anything gets past him. But a 4-15. The 4 on the 1's a WG. And the 15 on an E3 is nothing. So, with nobody on, no wild pitch, and that's going to be a grounder to Boone. He fires down to first, and Calderon's retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Gorman Thomas as the Mariners try to get something going. Candelaria with the pitch. Couple of foul balls, it looks like. It's a 4-2. Against the right-handed Thomas. This one's lofted out towards center. Ranging over his Pettis, and he has it with plenty of room, 2 down. So Candelaria is still looking strong here in the 7th, and it's Presley coming up. Presley 1 for 2 with a double. Way back in the 2nd inning. Here's a 2-2 against the left-hander. Grounded down to short. Burleson will pick it and fire to Joyner, a 1-2-3 inning for Candelaria here in the 7th. So the Angels holding on to a 3-0 lead. Best is going to come up and face Downing, Hendrick, and Miller. Best, by the way, is a 2 fatigue. And he's into his... Well, he only faced 1 guy so far. So he can get 2 more outs before he's susceptible to fatigue, if you're wondering how that works. Here's Brian Downing, the designated hitter. He's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a 2-8 against the right-hander. Strikes him out. Nice pitch by Best on the corner. Downing thought it might be a ball. He likes to take a walk, but the ump, Larry McCoy, calls that the 3rd strike. 1 away, and here's George Hendrick. How about a 4-7? Somebody's calling me. Hold on. There we go. 4-7 on the pitch to Hendrick is going to be a base on balls. So Hendrick on for the 3rd time today, 2 walks and a base hit. He will be held. Trying to get a double play here, and it's Darryl Miller coming up. Miller 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Best 4-12. Right-handed, single 1 line out to short. Hit toward Owen, and he makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Hendrick retreats quickly. And here's Burleson. Burleson's walked twice, scored a run. He struck out. He's officially 0 for 1. Got a jumper, and a 20-sided jumper. That's unusual. How about a 1-5 against the right-hander? And there's another base on balls by Best. He is into his fatigue possibilities now, so that's the first one that counts against him. So Hendrick on 2nd, Burleson on 1st, and here's Bob Boone. Boone 0 for 3 today. Best looks in for the sign. He likes it, and he delivers. How about a 3-8? Grounded back to Best at Chopper. He takes his time and throws Boone out. So 2 left here in the 8th. The Angels are retired, but they lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. And now I have to take a look at the California bullpen and decide what I want to do about Candelaria. Well, he's going to be on a short leash, I'll tell you that. But I don't like taking guys out when they have a shutout going. So Candelaria is fatigued officially in Strat. But he's going to stick around and see if he can get through another inning with Henderson, Moses, and Yeager due up. Here's Henderson. Henderson's 1 for 2 today. Dave waits for the pitch. It's a 6-5 right-hander. Strikes him out. No dots there. Actually, he's only got a couple of dots. So it's almost like they gave Candelaria the benefit of the doubt here as far as fatigue goes. It's John Moses coming up. He will bat righty against Candelaria's lefty. He's 0 for 2. 3-4. This is a ballpark single chance. 1-7, and it's going to be through. It's not. So he's batting right. That's going to be lined right at Burleson, who takes it to retire Moses. Now here's Yeager. Yeager, decent hitter. No, he's terrible. Well, he struck out twice today, so I think he's going to get a pinch hitter. Let's see who they're going to bring up. You okay?
Yeah, what?
I just checked. Well, we've got a bunch of lefties, which is the problem we had last game for Seattle. They don't have a lot of righty hitters. on the bench right now. Jaeger might be our best bet. I think he is. It's close. I don't think they have anybody better than Jaeger against righties, so I mean against lefties. So Jaeger will stay in and hit for himself. Chuck Cotter looked over his options and didn't like any of them. So Jaeger, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, will face Candelaria again. A 2-5, make it 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Candelaria through the 8th with a shutout thus far. And the Angels will come up, try to give him a couple more runs to make it easier. Well, Best is out there again. He's into his fatigue. He's pitched 1.1 innings, and he's going to face Pettis. Pettis 0 for 3 with a strikeout his last time up. How about a 6-6? He's batting left. Gary Pettis just drew a walk. And he was waiting for that. He's a 19. He'd be a 21 against Best. Best has no shot of holding him on. 2, 5, 11, or 12 will get him a lead. A 5. So Pettis is off to the races. The catcher Jaeger guns it down, but not in time. Pettis has it stolen just under the tag, and look out, folks. Gary might try to steal third. They're holding him there. But if he gets a good lead, it's a 15 still. We're going to have our first attempted steal of the third this season, and it's a 5. So Pettis is off to third on the next pitch. And he's in there in plenty of time. So Gary is stolen second and third here with nobody out. A ball and a strike on Gritch as he comes to the plate. He's 1 for 4 with a run scored today. That's what Gary Pettis can do, folks. Speed kills, and Best can't hold the guy on. It's almost like he forgot he was there at second base that time. So here's Gritch, now with an RBI chance. Corners are in case of a bunt. It's a 1-6. Grounded to short. He will not have a play at home, and he takes the shore out at first. So Gritch gets himself a ground out RBI, and the Angels now lead 4-0. So 1 down here, and it's Wally Joyner. Wally's 1 for 4 with a double. How about a 1-9 against the right-hander? On the ground to second, Tardible makes the play. 2 away. Here's the Sensei. 2 for 4, solo homer back in the 6th inning. That broke the scoreless tie. It's a 6-9 right-handed. This one's hit out toward the left. It could be over everybody's head. Triple 1 to 10 or a double. It's going to one-hop the wall. Well played by the center fielder Henderson. He fires it back in. He will hold the Sensei to a double. So Doug, a 2-out double. And Best looking like he might be past his best stuff this game. But he'll face Brian Downing nonetheless. So the Sensei on second, 2 down, and here's Downing. 1 for 4 on the day, struck out a couple of times. How about a 3-7 against the right-hander? That's a fly ball out towards center, medium deep. Henderson goes back on it. Stops short of the track and makes the catch to retire Downing for the 3rd out. But Gary Pettis stole 2 bases and scored on a ground out to add the insurance run, and now it is 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Candelaria coming out to try to finish what he started. Again, Candelaria is fatigued by Strat-O-Matic Super Advanced rules, and he will face Owen, maybe. Probably going to have to find somebody there. I don't know if we have anybody, really. Owen, Tardible, and Bradley due up. Let's see. Let's compare Owen's card to all the pinch hitters. Well, he's better than Brantley. He's better than Hengel. Ramos gets on base a lot, but you would never send him up there to pinch hit. He's better than Harold Reynolds. He's about the same as Kenny Phelps, though he does lack the power. But you don't like Phelps against that left-handed side of Candelaria's card either. Alvin Davis gets on base a little bit more, but again, lefty on lefty. And I think Owen and he are about equal there. And the backup catcher, Carney. So Owen's going to get the hit for himself. A weird bench for Seattle against lefties. That's a real weakness. Owen's 0 for 1 with a walk today. How about a 6-7? Owen batting right, and he pops it up on the infield. Burleson is there by the bag and makes the catch to retire Owen for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Tartable. Tartable 0 for 3 so far. Candelaria, the pitch. It's a 4-4 against the right-hander. Catcher's card X. 1 E3 for Boone. How about a 4-8? 4 on the ones of WG. 8 on the E3 is nothing, so no wild pitch possible. In this case, yeah, no wild pitch possible, so it's a 2-3. Boone pounces on it, fires to first, and Tartable is retired for the second out. Mariners down to their final out. They trail by 4. It's 2 outs here, and Phil Bradley coming up. Bradley 0 for 3 so far today. Candelaria on the verge of a shutout. About a 2-7 against the lefty. That's a single. He goes the other way to right field. And it's been a while since anybody's gotten on base. In fact, he retired 10 in a row before that hit. And before that, he retired 8 in a row. So Bradley on first. They will hold him. He's got a little speed, but he's not likely to go anywhere. Actually, will they hold him? Nope, they're not going to hold him. Screw it. Take second if you want it, they say. We'll let Bob Boone try to throw you out. We want to make sure we get Calderon out. So Calderon, 0 for 3. Candelaria looking in. That is a 3-5 against left-hander. Strikes him out. Candelaria completes the game. A beautiful outing for John Candelaria. He's going to get a complete game shutout. He went 9. He allowed what? 1, 2, 3 hits. A 3-hitter for Candelaria. How many walks and how many strikeouts? I think 1 walk. Yeah, 1 walk to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Ks. A fantastic outing for Candelaria. He gets a win, a complete game, and a shutout. And just did a beautiful job. Mark Langston will take the loss. How many runs did Langston end up giving up? 1, 2, 3. Are they all earned? They are. So Langston's final line, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 1 homer, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Was a nice game for Candelaria. Glenn, thanks for hanging out tonight. Let's see what Best looks like. He got a little sloppy in the end there, but completed it. So he went, 2.1 innings, 2 1/3. He gave up just 1 hit. No homers, just 1 run. It was earned. Thanks to those Gary Pettis stolen bases. He walked 1, 2, 3 and struck out 1. Which means the final is, what about errors? Any? I don't remember any. None for the Seattle Mariners, and I don't see any for the Angels. So your final line here from the Kingdom, the California Angels, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The Seattle Mariners, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Candelaria, your winner, and Langston takes the loss. That's our broadcast from the Kingdom tonight. Glenn Bonesteel, always love seeing complete games, far and few between nowadays. Indeed it is. It's a nice throwback. Candelaria was actually fatigued for the 8th and the 9th there, but managed to avoid his dots, which would have been a 4-9 or a 5-7 against lefties, and a 4-7 or a 5-5 against righties. So relatively few dots for Candelaria there. It's easy to see why I avoided them. So that's what time it is. Yeah, 7:20. That's probably our game for tonight, folks. I might record something, or I might just relax and watch a little TV. We'll see how I feel after I get up and move around a little bit. It's been a long day. Thank you for hanging out with me again. Game 16 of our 1986 replay. We've got a long way to go, but this was a fun one. John Candelaria with the MVP tonight. He gets it all. He gets to win the complete game, the shutout, the MVP, and the adoring adoration. Adoring adoration? Yes, indeed. The adoration of the Angels fans. Well, folks, whatever you're going to do, I hope you enjoy it. My name is Joe. This has been JC Sports Replays, playing Strat-O-Matic Baseball 1986. I'll see you next time. Do 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 do. Na 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 na.